Oh, he's getting a bit rowdy in there. We did put some biscuits in there for him, didn't we?
Kevin,
Jesus.
keep it down. He's not ready. We're waiting. The show's not ready yet.
Yeah. Everyone's still getting the stuff together, and Kevin's here bopping away.
He doesn't think he's coming out. He doesn't think he's coming out of the box, does he?
Oh, definitely.
What?
Why did we ship him up?
Well,
if not to release him.
I mean, I don't really want to. I see
Kevin, stop it.
I don't think it's right for anyone to see him, especially on a video podcast, as this is. No one wants to see that.
Sorry, a video podcast.
A video podcast.
That you can watch on youtube.com/Vidiots official.
That's right, Ben.
If you're listening to the audio, you're a chump.
Yeah.
You could go see us in person. You see the Kevin box, Kevbox.
Kevbox 8000.
So what is the plan? What are we actually doing here with the Kev box?
Well, I guess when we're ready to start the podcast, we'll just open it.
Yeah.
And tell him to open his mouth, and then close it immediately.
Are we ready to?
Yeah, I guess so.
Start?
Should we give it a play? If only there was a more efficient way to get audio
it's just
transferred around.
I can't believe we.
Whoa! Jesus.
God, it's overpowering. Smells and the sounds. Are you okay, Peter? You got no ear protection.
Kevin, do the music.
He's already doing the music.
Oh.
Can you not hear? Oh, he's deafened Peter.
Oh no, Peter!
Oh no!
What are you saying?
He's deaf. I said he's deafened Peter.
He's deafened
He's
you.
deafened you.
Oh my God, this is the worst.
Let's just roll the. Let's roll the mute. Let's just. Oh my God! I hope he's okay.
God.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the laws of the 3 Us, where everybody brings
a thing along to talk about.
I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
We did it. We did it.
It's nice to be able to just do it in sync without
So much easier.
the delay.
Synchronicity.
Thinking. It's kind
Along.
of like a choir, aren't we, when we do that? I think
Yeah.
when in person, at least, over Discord, it's not quite
Beautiful.
as quick.
It's absolutely beautiful. Michael Johnson is in the house. The Vidiots are all in the same room. As we said at the opening of the show, if you go to YouTube, you can watch a video version of this where we're all sat here and talking to each other face to face.
With things on the desk.
The things on the desk.
Ben set it up all lovely and nice.
Yeah, I brought them all in from all my knick-knack paddywhacks. Give a dog a bone. Speaking of giving dogs bones, Michael,
Hello.
Peter and I have got you a special present
We have.
Oh no, I didn't. Okay, this genuinely wasn't. I wasn't told anything about this.
for coming all the way up.
Oh.
Here you go.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's a lovely
a
gift.
bag.
Take it out with your eyes closed and then describe it to the audience. It's a special.
God.
It's a special present.
What is this? It's okay. Well, without taking it out, it feels like a pot of jam. It's extra 50 worth of garlic.
Oh,
there you
I
go.
got extra 50 worth of
Oh
garlic.
yeah, we can swear, can't we?
yeah, we fucking can.
We fucking can.
Hey, motherfuckers, we're fucking back.
It's what 150 for the garlic and chips. Yeah. I got an extra 50 garlic.
Did you fuck?
I fucking did.
Did you fuck?
I
You
fucking
lying
did.
Lying bastard. Go on, us.
There you go, Michael.
Oh, that's amazing.
extra
Enjoy-
50's
do you like-
worth.
There's a little bit of Michael Jogson on the front there with his big dilated drug eyes.
Yes, and that's what I aspire to be. That's amazing. Thank you very much, boys.
It was
welcome.
Ben's idea and money, but I exist.
Peter's
I'm
in the room as
I'm
well.
at the table.
Peter's
He's
also
next
at
to the
room.
garlic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, boys. I'll cherish that.
It's
forever.
okay. You're not allowed to eat it. Oh, it's gone. Okay, well that's fine. If you'd like to treat us with a little bit more respect than Michael Johnson did, you can go to streamlabs.com/Vidiots official and join the Pod Squad.
Ooh.
This is an elite team of operatives led by Richard Demo Digmarchenko, who obviously is a prolific donator to us.
Yeah, they exist now as soldiers of fortune.
They do, if you can find them.
Yeah.
And if you can get their PayPal information, then maybe you can join Pod Squad.
Check the bodies.
If you'd like, that asshole's still got a wallet. If you would like to donate to the show, any amount, it goes a long way and it really helps us just sort of keep things ticking over. The people who've donated since the last show, because we're recording 2 of these back to back, what I've done is I've split them in half.
Okay.
So we've got half of the people from the last show for this Pod Squad and half the people from the last show for the next Pod Squad. So even though there's going to be 2 weeks until the next episode after this one, any donations for that will not be read on that one. They'll all be read on the following podcast. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So, Pod Squad this week, we've got The Real Michael B, The Far Wall, Shagger returns.
Yes.
David Lever.
Shagger is prolific.
He's frequent.
Yeah.
I think it's his extended family, isn't it? There's
Well,
all
yeah,
kinds
'cause
of
he shags
Shaggers.
so much.
The Shaggers. David Lever, Luke, Princess Carla Love, Emily Lemons, Mr. and Mrs. Mechany,
Yep.
Machinko.
and top Shagger Bumpus.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's his brother, I guess. Another Shagger there.
Got a lot of Shaggers in today.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
And royalty. We've got a princess in there too.
Oh, yes, sorry, there was a princess. Sorry, hang on, I really skirted over that one. Princess Carla Love. Princess Carla Love.
The Princess of Love.
So,
Princess and the Shagger.
the way we do this show is that we've all got a thing. We've also got some questions as well. I have a little anecdote that I've been meaning to tell on the podcast that I completely forgot about. This isn't my thing, but I thought I'd just talk to you guys about it.
Okay.
So when I was walking back from a post-work pub visit a few weeks ago, it was late at night. It was about 11 p.m. and I was walking down the road. And obviously, I'm intimidating and scary, so people don't mess with me because they know that I will I don't know, like
F them up.
say rude words to them and stuff, which is hurtful.
Flower.
Worst. Oh.
Flower. A man came up to me. He had a waterproof jacket on. He didn't look homeless. Okay, and this is relevant. He didn't look homeless
Because he had a phone.
Yeah.
because he had a phone.
Yeah.
And he was
has a
running
phone.
away from zombies.
Yeah.
And it was fine. And he had this waterproof jacket on, and he'd got it done up to about the middle of his stomach, but his arms weren't in the sleeves.
Right.
So he was there with his arms pinned to his sides by his jacket that somehow he'd reached up underneath and zipped up to about here. And he came up and he said, "Can you zip me up, please?" And I was thinking, how could I not? So
Zip me up, not
zip
can
me-
you release
Can you
me?
let me out?
It's like
I've
he
been
could- maybe
I
a,
want to
a
be-
bully
I am
got him.
actively being bullied.
Yeah, but no, he
He
wanted,
wanted an extra 50 worth of zip.
I
Right.
didn't want to ever get out of that
So he
cold.
was
Garlic and
there like
zips.
this. Yeah, he was there like this. And he was like, "Can you zip me up, please?" In this
Wow.
strong Geordie accent. And I was like, "Sure, man. It's your life, I guess." And it was really tight because obviously a jacket that's form-fitting is not meant to have arms nor
Shoulders,
sleeves.
yeah.
Shoulders as well, all sort of stuffed in. So I managed to get it done all the way up. And I was like, I'm doing my best, man. And he said, "Can you tie up the sleeves as well, please?" So he wanted the sleeves,
Really?
like an actual straitjacket. Look, here's my
How
reminder.
have you forgotten
here.
to tell this?
The man I tied into a straitjacket is my reminder. It's been on my phone for like 3 weeks.
Did he, in his half done up jumper, he wasn't like topless underneath, was he?
No, he was wearing a shirt.
it was cold,
Right.
It wasn't
okay.
even that cold. So I thought immediately, well, maybe he's homeless and he's just really cold.
Yeah.
And he said, "I've just got a long walk home." I was like,
Okay,
right.
right.
So then I went to tie the sleeves. Said, "Can you tie them behind my back, please?"
What?
I was like, sure.
It's like- maybe
This
it's like-
guy sounds like a bit of a pervert.
So I was joking with him at this point. I was sort of laughing around with him. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, man." And I tied them up, but they wouldn't really do up very well
Yeah.
because they weren't very long.
Yeah.
So I tied them up. I said, "I've done my best, man." He was like, "Well, if they come undone, I'll find you." And I was like,
Oh my god.
"Bye."
Please don't.
And that was a thing that happened to me a few
So
weeks
you
ago.
just like patted him on the back and off you went.
I just let him go on his merry way. I didn't really know what else to do.
How weird. I will backpedal on the word pervert because that's a bit kink shamey. He wasn't harming anyone, so he's not a pervert.
He's
but,
But it's just a bit odd.
sinner deviant.
but what I mean is he was a man potentially who put his jacket on and went out into the street to find someone who would tie him up. I think that's kind of what this is. You don't need someone to tie it up behind your back if
Yeah,
if
that's
you've got
a
a
bit
long
much.
walk. It's not going to make you any warmer.
I thought.
Have I been assaulted?
Possibly.
Is that what's happened?
Also, what's going to happen when he gets home? Like, what if he doesn't see anyone for the rest of the night? He'll just get home all
Can't unlock
tied
the
up.
door.
Yeah.
That's
with
just
its
part of his
mouth.
sick game. That's what he wants.
Oh my
Well,
God.
yeah, maybe it is. I think he probably had a vibrating butt plug up his arse that you didn't know about.
Peter Austin, why are you ruining this for me?
I thought.
I'm making it better.
I
I
thought
had
this was
an
a nice,
innocent-
fun story about a strange man who wanted to be.
I thought all
Done up.
innocent. Maybe he's just like a street performer, and part of his gig is getting out of a jacket
Yeah.
At 11
Where he
o'clock
need-
at night.
Where he needs someone to put him into it, and then he wandered off and found a group of people to impress with his skill.
Right.
But no, he's
Yeah, he's like an
pervert with a
escapologist.
butt plug.
He's
Apparently
either
just-
it's like Harry Houdini was either an escapologist or a pervert with a butt plug.
it
No
could
one
be
really
both.
knows. Probably both.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think both. Absolutely. Anyway, that was that.
Wow.
Thanks for ruining it, Peter.
That's okay.
First question comes from Kells at KellyMarshall98 on Twitter. If you had to be a character associated with a food brand and live entirely in that universe
Oh my God,
forever,
that's a good question.
what would you be? For example, Ronald McDonald, the Cocoa Pops monkey, and Rory the Frosties tiger, etc., which is the first time I've actually heard his name.
Rory?
It's Tony.
Why did it say
Rory?
It said Rory. It
Oh,
is Tony,
what?
isn't it?
Tony the
Maybe
tiger.
it's an autocorrect.
Oh, possibly.
Well, I prefer Rory.
Rory. That makes sense.
Tony's less successful brother. He didn't do the swimming certificates. He did the bowls.
And then, of course, there's the third brother, Tory the tiger.
Yeah, we don't
don't
like
talk
him.
like
It's
him.
just
Yeah.
austerity.
Yeah, he cut tiger benefits quite viciously.
bad.
Frosterity.
Shut up, Peter.
Done it.
Where would you live? What universe? What hellish food universe would you live?
I did always like the Cocoa Pops jungle, but it's like the animation style and stuff. But then, obviously, I don't like, all of the watering holes that they turn into chocolate pools.
Of course,
I
yeah,
don't like
you
the
don't
chocolate.
like chocolate, so that sounds
Every
hellish
time
for
I would
you.
go for a drink, they'd just be pouring like milk and Cocoa Pops into all of the estuaries. I'd be like, "Please, Cocoa, I'm so thirsty."
Peter, I'd have some more chocolate milk.
Please,
No.
no, I've been dehydrated. My pee is brown.
So I probably couldn't do that. I don't think. I don't think I could live there permanently.
On a similar vein to that,
Oh
'cause
my
it's
God.
There's Choco Chimps
Oh
is an
my
off-brand
God.
Cocoa Pops thing.
That's
and it's
horrible.
like, I don't know what the point of me doing this is, but on the cover is the most realistic rendition of a monkey. It's really
It's
weird.
really frightening.
And it's made of 90% actual chimp.
Oh,
is
great.
it?
So that's a universe I don't want to live in.
Now, the idea of existing in a McDonald's universe is quite appealing, but they do have a character who his whole thing is crime.
He's a
His-
villain.
His
He's a
whole
baddie.
thing is taking food away. I don't know if I want to live in
Ben.
an idyllic food world where there's
You're
crime.
neglecting a very, very important thing.
What's that?
Them McNuggies.
I mean,
Them McNuggies.
the
my
McNugget,
God.
right?
Ronald Coon.
Yeah.
Ronald Coon's McNuggies. Of course, I forgot.
That's
Well,
pretty
that
big
settled it
part.
then. I'm going to McDonald's land.
I want to be in the Burger King dynasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be like some
Burger
kind of-
Prince.
The Burger Prince. There we go. Yeah, and maybe I'll start my own chain of foods. Oh, the Burger Prince is like the kids' menu at Burger King then. And
Okay.
I'll pioneer that.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Do you think, what's his name? Uncle Ben's Rice. Is he in the Spider-Man universe and he just dies every day and it's his hell?
I don't know if I've said this on a video before. I know a guy whose name is Ben Rice.
Yes,
Wow.
you have said
Yeah,
this. I
yeah.
remember.
And a year or so ago, or 2 years ago, his sister had a child, and he became Uncle Ben Rice.
No,
Fantastic.
his parents must have known. Right?
Yeah, one day,
Uncle Ben's.
he will
Rice.
have a nephew.
Good.
God.
Good lord.
The prophecy will be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Let's have another quick question before we go to our first thing. This is from David L. at Dalek Platypus on Twitter. You can remain human, but take the skills of an animal as a superpower. What animal do you choose? For example, dolphin gives you fast swimming, underwater breathing, ultrasound communication, echolocation, etc.
Well, dolphins can't actually breathe underwater. I think you'll find. They can hold their breath for quite a long
Take
time.
that,
but they
David,
can't,
you idiot.
not
Yeah,
breathe
why are you saying a
underwater.
stupid,
How dare
stupid
you,
questions?
David? How dare you?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What are the most talented animals?
Chameleons. That'd be great. Like shift-shaped colour.
Yeah?
That'd be good.
It's not as simple as that, but I think just... I'd be bad for videos, actually. I'd just blend into the wall.
Yeah.
Where's
Oh,
Michael?
where's
Oh,
Mikey?
we can hear him. He's the world's worst camouflage expert.
What's a skilled animal? Yeah.
I think a crow, maybe? Some kind of
They're pretty
intelligent flying animal.
Good at stealing. Still
Yeah,
shiny
exactly.
things.
We're really good at thievery. That's
I
Yeah.
want
what
to
was
live in the
thinking.
McDonald's universe because
No.
of the thief, but I want
If
to be the
I
thief.
can be that, what if I can go to the McDonald's universe and be a better burglar?
Oh.
than
Fantastic at
Hamburger?
eating roadkill as well, crows.
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
You could
Well,
snack-
renowned for doing that as well.
snack on
So
that, yeah.
I can do that too, I think.
I'd want to be an ape, I think, just to have that raw power.
The Choco Chimp.
The
No,
choco
not the
chimp.
Choco
No.
Chimp.
I'd develop really long limbs and I'd just walk around on all fours and climb around everywhere. I think that'd be super helpful.
Yeah.
I just won't have to obey the laws of roads and paths anymore. I can just climb over buildings, do what I want. Essentially Spider-Man, but Monkey Man.
Chimps have really good reaction times. Have you seen those lab tests that they do? You know, like Coco the gorilla, who is a man inside of
Yeah,
it.
there's a
Yeah,
man
yeah,
inside
yeah.
the suit.
They
yeah.
give them like this LED screen or like a touch screen, sorry, and like these lights come up and they basically just have to tap it as fast as they can.
Oh, yeah.
They do it like way better than a human can. There's footage of them and they just go. And it's
Wow.
Like, what?
What the
Could they play
what?
running in the 90s, do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Can they do those keyboards where the lights come down and tell you which button to
Oh
press
my
and
God.
lights up?
Donkey
like
Kong.
they would be really good at that kind of thing.
Let's get a monkey and put it on that game.
Yeah, well, you're going to be one, so we'll go.
Oh, there we go. It's fine.
We got you.
When you're saying reaction time, I was thinking maybe they sat a monkey down in front of a computer and showed it one of those screamer videos where just like the car's driving along the road and then the zombie pops up and
It's a
how
screamer
quickly does
monkey.
the monkey scream?
Oh, really fast.
Surprisingly.
We know that now.
I've seen people play it to dogs and stuff, and dogs have no reaction at all. Like they're just not scared of that. But I'd be interested to see if it affected a monkey, given that they're a lot closer to humans. It's a horrible experiment, but
It's got to be done.
I am very curious now as to
yeah.
Peter wants to be a nasty zoologist. That's
yeah,
what
that
Peter
kind of
will
animal,
become.
the animal inside all of us,
The man inside the animal inside us.
the monster. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want to be. No, I don't. I hate
sure?
I hate animal testing.
I thought you were going to say hate animals.
I hate animals.
I don't want to be any
I hate
animal.
them that much. I
Stupid, I
don't even
hate
want to
animals.
work with them. Man, what would I do? Yeah, I think I'd like to be able to fly as well, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed out there. I've chose to climb things when I could have just flown over them.
You're good at them.
Maybe I'd be a bat, just
Aw.
for a
bat.
separate answer to Ben's, really, which is a good answer. A crow. But
So you'd be a nocturnal flyboy.
well, yeah, it just means that I'd be able to fly, but also I'd be able to echolocate. Bats are also not blind.
No, they're
most
not.
most bats, or maybe all bats, aren't blind. That's a myth.
Yeah.
They just they go out at night, and so they don't need to use their eyes very much. So they
Yeah.
learn to sense with their ears a lot better than their eyes, but they can see.
Okay.
So would you be anything like Batman, or would you just,
I think it'd mostly be like Batman.
or would you
Yeah.
be Bat Spaceman? Like not Bat Spaceman, Bat
Spaceman.
Man-Bat.
Bat. Yeah.
Or
Man-Bat.
actually, maybe just being Spider-Man would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that allowed?
Yeah,
Can
can
we
we
do
just be
that?
one of the actual animal superheroes?
I haven't got Rules Boss's number up here, otherwise
Oh,
we'd have
no.
to check. But Peter can just be. I'll be a crow. Peter can be
I'll be
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And Mikey can be ape.
Yeah,
Ape.
great.
Thing time. Who would like to go first?
I've got one right here.
Oh,
he's
This
right
was
in his
submitted
pocket.
by Peter's dad.
Whoa.
He
No
sent
way.
it to the family WhatsApp and said, "Hey Pete, here's a good one for your podcast."
Oh, that's nice.
And it is. It's
Thanks,
a good little
Mr.
story.
Austin.
Thank you, Mr. Austin. New Zealand man brings clown to redundancy meeting.
Oh, of course.
Did you hear about
Okay.
this story?
Yeah.
So this is real. This happened. And at time of recording, it happened 5 days ago. This is according to the BBC News app. When copywriter Josh Thompson received an ominous email from his bosses asking to discuss his role at the company, he knew he was facing redundancy. The Human Resources Department at FCB New Zealand encouraged him to bring a support person to help cushion the blow.
Wait, really? Is that a thing that?
An option that is legally required in New Zealand.
That's
Wow.
progressive as hell.
As it's an option that's legal. You don't have to do it, but
you
like
have
they
to
have to offer
allow
it to
it.
you. Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah. So that makes it very obvious that bring your support person to this meeting is not a good sign.
Yeah,
Is
true.
it? Wow.
Oh dear.
But rather than bring a family member, a friend, or even a pet, the part-time stand-up comedian, apparently, decided to splash out 200 New Zealand dollars, that's £100, on a clown called Joe.
Bobby.
Joe.
Bobby Babbitt.
Bobby Bambalini. Hi, Evelyn. You've been made redundant.
Oh no.
I was working because I had a job back then, and I got an... That's a weird way to start.
Say that again.
This is his quote. I was working because I had a job back then, and I got an email, and the email said...
He's a comedian, not a writer. Let's put it that
What
way.
he means
Well, he might
was...
not be a very good comedian either.
I was at work in the days before I was made redundant, and I got an email that said, "Hi Josh, we'd like to meet with you to discuss some matters in regards to your role." He told BBC from Australia, where he's been making the most of not having a job
Hey,
in
good for him.
Australia.
Good.
Okay.
Basically, I sensed that this was going to be a redundancy, so I thought I might as well try to make the best out of this situation, he added. They've now just inserted another article that you can go to, just in case mid-article you want to change to, "Is it all over for non-creepy clowns?" Well, apparently not, because they're getting work from Joe.
Yeah.
Or from Josh, sorry.
Yeah.
Joe accompanied Josh for the redundancy meeting, where the clown made balloon animals, although he had to be told to stop a few times, as it was difficult to hear above the screeching of plastic. Josh, you've been... Josh, you've... Joe, shut up. We can't hear above the screeching of plastic. So he was asked to stop a few times as it was difficult to hear above the screeching of plastic. Boy, oh boy, are they noisy, Josh said. Balloon animals.
Right.
When Josh was finally delivered the hammer blow that he was to lose his job, the clown reacted accordingly.
Oh,
He nodded his head along when I received the bad news, as if he was also receiving the bad news,
Oh,
Josh
that's quite
said.
sweet.
Professionalism at its finest, really.
and then he asked to be tied into a jacket.
Yeah. Josh said he'd highly recommend hiring a clown as support for any suspected redundancy meeting. If you've got family, friends, stepmums, stepdads, stepkids, bring them by all means, he said. But if there's any clown available, especially Joe, I definitely recommend it.
Get Joe.
Joe the Clown. That's not a very good clown name,
No,
is it?
it's
Usually
not.
it's like a word adjective or something. It's just
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh,
Well, there you
man.
go. That's the sad, happy, sad tale.
Well,
of-
that's what I'm going to do when I move to New
Josh and
Zealand
Joe.
and,
There we go.
and
yeah.
get fired from all of the jobs I have out there.
Yeah.
See, because I didn't know that in New Zealand it was required. Well, it was an option to have someone go with you. So I thought when I first started reading, I was like, wait, did he just like bring a clown to this meeting, just assuming it was a
And say,
redundancy
I'm not
meeting?
having this
It's
meeting
fine.
with you if you don't let Joe in.
And imagine if it was just like, oh yeah, we'd like to give you a pay rise, and the clown just sat there, like, make a dollar sign in balloons. In the article I read as well, the clown motioned tears as he was handed his notice,
Oh,
like
God.
just like that. That's a really good idea.
That's what I expected when it said he reacted accordingly. I thought like he maybe did a sad clown, like, you know, he might have had one of those where they've got tubes that go up behind their ears and they squirt water out.
God.
But
The windscreen wipers as well, aren't they?
yeah,
yeah.
but no, it just said that he nodded and or shook his head or whatever. But that's
Oh,
better.
dear.
The sad clown.
Like he was also receiving the sad. So much empathy. It's my empathy
hero.
clown.
Well,
Yeah.
like the related article says, it's almost all over for non-creepy clowns. Apparently,
Yeah, that's sad.
they're on their way out.
Who would you bring to your redundancy meeting if not a clown?
Meat face.
Meat face.
face,
Just put it on a
yeah.
plate and let it defrost throughout
Yeah.
the meeting.
That's a power move, that.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
Yeah.
I would bring Rules Boss.
Rules boss.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he could
'Cause
be the
nothing would ever
mediator.
get done.
Yeah.
Exactly. It would just be embroiled in red tape forever. Nothing would ever get done.
Yeah.
So I'd just keep coming to work.
That's a good idea.
I'd bring a personalised video message from Dave Benson Phillips.
Oh, excellent. That'd be really lovely. I'm sure he'd love to do that. You
What
buy
an
him a
opportunity.
Nando's or something.
Dave Benson
afterwards.
Phillips did my redundancy video.
Speaking of which, we need to tweet Dave Benson because we're recording. don't we?
Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to
Let's-
find a picture.
Let's find one, Peter.
I like that
know you
all
can't
fills
see,
there.
but- Yeah, of course. I look him up often. Which one are we feeling today? There's him on a banana phone.
I feel like you should just like go way down the
Should I
page.
just scroll for ages?
Yeah,
and we'll
Yeah,
see what
find
happens?
some
Okay,
old
that's-
sort of deep
Oh, there
web
he is
Dave.
in his velvety throne.
Oh, it's a Shutterstock one as well.
Nice.
It's got Shutterstock.
There's a
over the front.
Shutterstock Dave Benson photo.
Yeah,
Wow,
should
he's
we
making
just
bank.
post that one?
I don't want to settle on it, but I have a little scroll up because
Oh, a little bit further up. We've gone too far. We've actually run out of Dave Benson Phillips. now.
Chris Moyles there.
Don't fuck with Dave Benson Phillips on the shirt.
Nice.
I've seen that before. There's him being patted by Pudsey.
I like that one. I think. Look at his little face.
Should we post that one? How do you feel
Peter, would
about?
you have
I'll
like to have a
assume
look?
that it's.
How do you feel about that one?
Oh wow, he looks like he's meeting his hero. He's like so pleased.
Let's post that one
It's
then.
very low quality as well, which I
Yeah,
think
it's
is a good
really
thing.
low. Should I put it in? Should I put it in Photoshop and blow it up so it's really blurry?
Yeah,
To see the individual pixels.
Okay, this is important. Sorry, everyone. Why don't you talk
5,000
about
by
Area
5,000 pixels.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that and I'll show you the results. In the meantime, will you talk to me about Area 51, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
The raid happened and no one was shot.
What a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was very good boys. I didn't realise this until like yesterday when we started reading up on it, that there was a festival arranged at the same time. So it wasn't just people like gathering together outside the gates. It was a full-on festival going on with
it's called
events and food.
Alien stock, I think they're calling
Yeah.
it. Or that might be the official name, but that's what the media outlets are calling it.
Yeah.
There was, of course, the one guy who was caught in the. I mean, that guy won the event. I
Yeah.
think. Like, if anyone did something at Area 51, there was the guy who ran past the news reporter, Naruto style. Yeah.
That was the real winner.
Yeah.
And then subsequently, we were all winners.
That's awful. It doesn't look
yeah.
like Dave Benson.
No, it doesn't really.
Once it's
does
blown
it?
up that big.
It looks like Dave Benson's grandma.
Dave Benson Grandma.
Oh
Okay,
god.
let's save that. And then
Dave Benson Phyllis.
That's
There
much
we
better.
go.
That's a
Very
way
good.
better one.
Yeah, it happened, and there was some footage of like a group of people standing at one of the barriers that says like "Stop." You'll be shot if you enter. And there were like 3 military men there, or women, standing guard. And I think at that point, as much as these weebs and such really wanted to storm Area 51, when they arrived at the gate and saw 3 men in military uniform, probably armed, they thought, we will actually get shot, won't we, if we go through that barrier?
That was the point of the original thing. They can't stop us all.
No.
So there's got to be some sacrifices there.
Run faster
sorry,
than
guys.
their bullets.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
All the other kids with... There was a very scary man with a dog that I saw.
Yeah.
I will say that much.
But there was a very special guest at Alien Stock, wasn't there?
Oh, my God, I almost forgot. Yeah. Who was it, Mikey?
Dick Machinko himself was speaking at Alien Fest, whatever the hell it's called. I think it was like Area 51 Storm the Gates.
Base camp or something.
Yeah.
The actual Dick Marcinko, Marcinko.
However it's said.
Shakira.
Yeah, was actually there.
Yeah.
Would you believe? When worlds collide.
It's magic.
Also, yesterday, on the very same day,
Yeah.
apparently, according to Twitter, Dick and Dom went and did a uni event at
They did.
the city, historic town,
On the
River
River
Trent.
Trent.
They went to Stoke-on-Trent
Yes.
for a university event.
Stoke-on-Trent.
They must have played that song. Oh my God, they would have played that song.
I hope they did, because they're DJing now. That's what they do a lot
Yeah.
of. And you see videos posted of like their sets, but
I wanna
you
see
can't go to Stoke without playing Stoke-on-Trent.
No, you
as
can't.
Dick and Dom,
Yeah.
can't.
or a remixed version.
Oh my God.
Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
Stoke-on-Trent. Stoke.
God, I wonder if one exists. If it doesn't, it should.
Time to be made.
Yeah, time to do it. Let's have another question now. This is from Harrison Calnan at Da Foo Fighter 666.
Da Foo Fighter.
Da Foo Fighter 666. Would you ever consider doing a live event with fans? For example, a live recording of Podiots in a venue with fans, or a something reminiscent of a Saturday morning kids show combining your cookery show, your gaming, and a trivia quiz. Loser getting gunned.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. I'd love to do a Saturday morning show.
Well, I guess we've got an announcement to make. Glitch has been cancelled.
What is it?
Glitch?
It's
Who?
cancelled.
Yeah, in our very formative time of videos, we did almost have a live show at Hat Films, I think,
did,
for
yeah.
a Newcastle-based gaming event.
God.
Which
Glitch.
was an absolute disaster.
Just kept getting pushed and pushed and
I
pushed.
think it was being set up by students, wasn't it? Like
It
we were,
seemed-
yeah.
it
we were
seemed
joking
like
about it at first, like this must be being run by students, and then it really just felt like it probably was.
We've
I don't-
had to delay the event for a dream sponsor, and it never happened.
And
Yeah.
then it just got cancelled. But then we just came to Newcastle anyway because the flights were booked. So.
Yeah.
We came here.
That was that. We came to this room. Oh yeah, we should probably say thank you to Cultaholic and particularly Adam for allowing us to use the facilities.
Yeah, it's
today.
very kind of
We all
him.
came in to use the toilet, that is, and then we just set up in here.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Well, he doesn't need to know, does he? Just leave me out of it.
A live thing would be so good.
I guess the most likely thing, I mean, given that like we wouldn't be able to finance our own like independent Vidiots event right now, but I guess the most likely thing would be potentially a future YogCon, maybe if they had a slot and if we were famous enough to warrant having.
I think we could make it work.
If you would like to see us at a future YogCon, let the Yogscast know. Let them know.
non-stop.
Yeah.
Set up a bot that'll tweet them every 5 minminutes.
Because it sounds... Yes, do that.
They'll love that.
They love it. Just send them loads of posts with our names on it. They really enjoyed that as well. Because it sounds like there was a big Vidiots... there was a lot of Vidiots representation at YogCon.
Yeah, I bumped into so many fans. Like we had
that's nice.
a Rules Boss cosplay. Most importantly, that was
Yeah.
amazing. Matt, nice one. And yeah, it was, I think I bumped into must have been about 20, 25 people at
wow.
least who all like knew and like said thanks for us existing.
I didn't expect there to be that many. Only not because I don't think Vidiots fans exist, but
They were
like
all at Area 51, am I right?
yeah, but just because obviously there was a cap on. Well, there was a capacity to
It
the
was 800
room.
people.
It was 800 people, and I thought statistically, the Yogscast network is a big old thing, and we're only a small portion of it.
Yeah.
And if there are only 800 people, we're going to be, an equally small portion of that 800, which it will be 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
So I thought, there's maybe not going to be like much there, but I was pleasantly surprised to hear that, people were there to see us.
There was a volunteer with a Vidiot
see
shirt
Mikey.
on, and the volunteer said, "Hey, big fan." It was really nice. And I think one of the moment it was like, "Oh God, there might actually be some Vidiots fans here." Was I think it was as the gates were opening, we had a screen on stage. I was on the main stage doing camera, and I just saw the rules boss hat enter in the crowd. I was like, "Oh my God, it's happening!"
He's here. Hello.
Hello.
We work with a couple of Vidiots fans as well, don't we?
God, they're
We do.
everywhere.
James and Andrew both work in the office on a day-to-day basis who watched our stuff last year. I think as long as there's a demand and we have some way of doing it because we don't live anywhere near each other, then absolutely we would love to. But I think, as you said, YogCon is probably it's a perfect opportunity to do that.
Because we wouldn't have to pay to set it up.
Wouldn't have to pay to set it up. So if that's something people are interested in, then let Yogscast know.
I think doing a Saturday morning show format is a great idea. I never even considered that. I just thought we'd probably do live worst games, wouldn't we? But we could do cooking. Live cooking would be really good, actually.
Would it?
Yes.
It would be really bad good.
Right. Okay.
Good bad.
We'd make
We'd
the
make
stage
the
all
best
sticky.
worst food.
Yeah.
We wrecked ruins. Ruins.
We wrecked ruins.
We wrecked ruins flat, didn't we?
Ruins.
Peter.
Oh, I see.
Peter's
Yeah.
flat.
We petered ruins flat.
We peated all over ruins flat.
Yeah.
We did some cooking for triple jump, and
Got a
it's
sticky floor.
it's a real mess.
It went everywhere.
Yeah,
It
and I got
really
home
did.
really late last night, and I just went to bed because I was like, I can't face doing that, and then I had to leave first thing. Well, not first thing, but it's still there. Basically, I've got to go back to just a pile of sticky.
Yay!
Delicious sticky.
What a treat.
Yeah.
Mikey,
Hello.
have you got things?
Son, I've got a thing, and you know what? Since I'm back in the Northeast, I thought I'd bring some fun facts about the Northeast.
Ooh.
So let me just pull up my thing. Yeah, come a little closer to me thing.
Pop your head proper closer.
In usual happy Mikey style, some of these are a bit gross, but what would it be without a bit of grossness, eh?
okay.
Hooray!
First one is Newcastle was visited by the plague on many occasions, but the worst outbreak of all was one of the most destructive plagues ever in existence.
Really?
So we were one of the worst hit areas in the world.
Wow.
Okay.
It happened in 1636, and it seems to have started down by the river in May, probably brought along by a sick sailor. Those bastards.
Oh, coming over here, giving us their diseases.
Killing off the population. It spread throughout the town, and it raged on from May until about winter. And in that time, it killed 47% of the population.
Oh my God.
So that almost half the population were killed by a sailor, essentially, which is insane.
It was almost like a 50-50 chance that you would even live.
Yeah, which is
that's
insane.
not good odds, really,
Got
is
an
it?
extra 50 worth of chances.
Yeah.
Got an extra 50 worth of death.
God.
Good. And it turns out in Newcastle, they also had some pretty good ways of dealing with drunkards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They had a humiliation technique that was designed to invite public contempt and was one of the punishments handed out to those who disturbed the peace, such as habitual drunkards and regular brawlers. The Newcastle Cloak, it was called.
Okay.
It was essentially a wooden barrel with holes in it that they'd pop over people to try
Isn't
and...
that who you bumped into the other day?
Oh my God!
I think it might
The
be.
Newcastle Cloaker.
He might have been very drunk.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, they just popped a wooden barrel on people and got them to just go off on the merries with that.
God.
It was worn by fenders with the shoulders taking the weight and often accompanied by an iron apparatus called the branks. Do you know what a branks is?
No, it's a place in New York. Isn't it?
The branks. I'm not sure exactly this is correct, but essentially it's like an iron helmet thing that you wear and basically
with a
an
tongue
iron
thing.
tongue. And basically stops you from talking.
I didn't know that's what it was called, but I've seen one.
The branks, and that was there just to shut them up.
God.
So
Oh,
wandering around the
no.
town centre in the barrel with the branks. which is-
Jesus, that's pretty brutal. I've also just realised that sort of by old wives' tales and like medicinal herbal like medicine that they used to do in hundreds of years ago, garlic is like certainly antifungal. I think it might be antiviral as well.
Oh no!
So maybe that's why. Maybe the Jugsons have been using it since the plague.
That's why
That's why the Jugsons are somehow, just bouncing back from all of the drugs they're taking.
Always gets an extra 50s worth of garlic.
Imagine if the Jugson family was wiped out in the plague. What a sad world would it be?
Oh no.
A little fun one. The Tyneside Cinema, of which the T-shirt I'm wearing,
Oh.
that was opened in 1937. It's kind of like just a news showreel cinema, opened by Ridley Scott's great uncle Dixon Scott.
Oh, wow,
It's got a,
interesting.
historic filmy background.
I didn't
there.
know Ridley. I thought for the longest time I thought Ridley Scott was American.
No, he's South Shields boy.
Yeah,
he's local.
I thought you were going to say I didn't know Ridley Scott had a granddad. He would just sort of came
I thought
into
he
the
was
world.
Just, he was just
Just
on a
existed,
reel of
yeah.
cinema, like a
Yeah.
mascot.
Like Alien just landed. And that's
He's
it.
an avatar, isn't he? In the film Avatar.
Yeah, he was made in a lab.
Oh, the Northeast is also home to I think Britain's first serial killer, female serial killer. As
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Ooh.
Mary Ann Cotton. I think she's quite famous. ITV did a series about a
I've
couple
heard
of years
of her.
ago.
She was called Mary something.
Yeah, and she's thought to have murdered around 21 people over her years, including 3 of her husbands and 11 children.
She was a poisoner, wasn't she?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically she'd take out insurance policies on her families. Like she'd move to a new village, find a guy, have some kids, take out insurance policy, then just kill them, taking the money and move from place to place.
Wow.
And she
That's psychopathic.
it's a bit messed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was from around here, I don't think.
Yeah, she's in deep Sunderland, like Washington area kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. She was found guilty by a jury in less than 90 minutes and was hanged, which is quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Here's a fun one.
Yeah?
Captain Gladstone Adams, a Newcastle fan, was the inventor of the windscreen wiper.
Oh.
So he was traveling down to Wembley, I believe, in like 1908, and he kept getting annoyed that he had to keep stopping his car to wash off the snow from his wind mirror. Right. And so when he got home, he got to work and invented the windscreen wiper, which was then released a couple of years later.
So people used to drive long distances in all weathers without windscreen wipers.
Yeah, they just literally just.
Probably fewer cars, right? It's probably just one road with
Actu-
two
I mean,
cars
you know,
on it.
when you think about it, like obviously they wouldn't have had an electronic device on the front of their car back
just
in
a
the
stick
early
that you just do
1900s.
that
But
on.
yeah, like you would have thought there'd be some kind of manual thing that might have swept this, you know,
You just
like
have
a
to stop and give it a scrub.
mechanical lever. Weird.
Speaking of cars not being common, then in the thing I copied, it says it was such a novelty to see a car in those days that it was put into a car showroom window while he was visiting the match because so many people wanted to see it.
Wow.
So he was an attraction in himself.
Wow.
And he went on to save us all and save us from the nightmare of watery,
Oh,
snowy
I hate
goodness.
it.
Jesus.
I think this is oh no, my favorite one's next. I skipped
Okay.
over one.
Okay.
The famous Doomsday Book, as I'm sure you're aware, was like I think it was just basically a catalogue of the people and places of England. When they were going around and doing that book, they left out the Northeast because they thought it was classed as a wasteland.
Wow.
Because
Oh, goodness.
So the Northeast isn't in the Doomsday Book.
nope, they made their own
Just
one.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, so they made
the
their
hell?
own book about 100 years later where they put in all the information they wanted to put in.
That's a great fact.
Yeah, because it was a waste. It was classified as a wasteland because William the Conqueror didn't take control of the area, so they thought it's not even
So it's just
worth
not
bothering
worth,
with.
it's not worth our time. Hadrian's Wall was up here, right?
Yeah, damn right. And they thought, no, not good
Nah,
enough.
just
not good
can't
enough.
be bothered. Never mind.
This is my favourite fact. When Sunderland signed Swedish footballer Stefan Schwarz in 1999, they included a bizarre space clause in his contract. Schwarz was known to have an interest in space travel, and it was reported that one of his advisors had secured tickets for the first passenger space flight due to take off in 2002. Worried about the safety and performance, the club banned Schwarz from travelling into space.
Oh.
In his contract, it said, you are forbidden from travelling into space.
What?
Which is insane.
That's
Would make me
crazy.
not want to play football for someone who doesn't want me to go to space.
It was warned and that doing so would result in the immediate termination of his contract, and Schwarz ended up retiring in 2002 before any potential space flights became a reality.
Oh,
Sadly,
now
he
he
never
can-
got to live his dream.
Well, now he can fly.
Oh, Elon Muskie.
Wherever he
just
wants.
Do what he wants. Yeah,
Muskie,
old
Muskie boy.
Yeah, old Muskie.
I
He
think
can fly
that's-
wherever he wants.
It's what a terrible way to squash someone's dreams. This man coming over from Sweden and you say, no, you can't go to space.
Sometimes there's things in like your employment contracts where it's like, you know, you're not allowed to do that, and you know, although you've signed a legally binding document, you might just sort of have a sneaky little. You know, I'm trying to think of an
Like, have a
example.
drink in the
like,
office or something.
yeah,
like-
something like that. Like no one's in the office, and you go, "Oh, I'm technically not allowed to, but I'll have a little sneaky." Imagine sneakily going to space. Just don't tell anyone I'm on.
Oh, I shouldn't have worn my Sunderland shirt to space.
Hang on, guys. It's Mike Ashley. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah. Shh, guys.
Be quiet.
Guys, can you turn off the thrusters?
Mission control.
Yeah. I'm
Report
just
your
at
status.
Debenhams. I'm just at Debenhams. It's
Do you want
fine.
anything from Greg's?
Yeah, I'm just going to Greg's.
I'm
It's
watching Apollo 13.
It's okay. Warning. What? It's fine.
Yeah, it's the
It's
surround
fine.
sound system.
It's just someone just vaulted over the Greg's counter. It's okay.
God.
There you go.
Those were some great facts.
Thank
Oh,
you
I've
for
learned
those facts,
something.
Michael.
That's all right. That's what I do.
That is what you do.
That's what I
That's
do.
my thing. What I do. Jessica Smith. At
Jessica Smith.
no step
What is that?
Star.
Star.
Okay, so it's Stari.
Staria.
Hysteria. It might be Staria Elizabeth. There's just an I and an A in there after
Jessica,
Star.
let us know.
Staria Elizabeth.
Staria Elizabeth on Twitter.
Okay.
Thank you, Jessica.
Saint Aria Elizabeth. No, it's not that.
Yes. I'm going to go on a load of job interviews soon, so here's my least favourite job interview question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Personal note, thanks for all the laughs. My job is getting outsourced, and Podiots is a constant that has kept me grounded. Much love.
Oh, bless you.
Much love to you,
Working
Jessica.
for
Hope you're
you
okay.
is the best answer. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I see myself in this role having successfully gone through this interview.
Yeah.
No, shut up.
A very diligent, hard worker.
Probably another job. I'm here to get paid, right?
Yeah.
That's if you pay me, I'll show up. Don't expect anything else from me.
Where do you see yourself in 5
God,
years?
because if you want to answer it in a job interview scenario, they want to see how you've progressed from the job you're being offered to where you want to go in the company.
God.
God.
I'm going to be God in
I
5
see myself
years.
as God.
Wow, I like his ambition.
Arguably, the I think or not necessarily the worst question, but the worst stupid answers that people give by trying to be clever is when you're asked, "What's your biggest weakness?" They go, "Oh, sometimes I just work too hard. I can't switch off.
Oh, I just
I
love
stay at the
work."
office all the time." Or like, "Oh, I'm a real perfectionist. I
Yeah.
can't move on until it's done perfectly." It's like, no, don't.
You're lying. You're also a liar.
They know
That's
what
something
you're
a liar
doing by
says.
giving an answer like that. Just be honest and say, "I'll be honest. I'm not that punctual. Sometimes I come in like 5 minutes late." Or
Yeah, because they're looking for honesty there.
exactly, yeah.
I moved from village to village, and I just kill all my children.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
it's a weakness of mine.
Does
but,
does anyone ever keep down a job for more than 5 years now? Does that happen? Has anyone been employed for more than 5 years?
not
in the world.
not continuously.
That's just unheard of nowadays.
Right. I worked for the service station for probably 5 years in total, but it was never full time.
Yeah.
And it was on and off.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I think longest I've had a job was What Culture, and that was nearly 2 years.
The guys who are some of the guys at What Culture currently have been there for more than 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, I think they
Sorry,
have,
name
yeah.
redundant.
Yeah.
So are we answering that question ourselves now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's answer it sincerely.
5 years, Matt. Well, I'll be married by then.
I hope you're married.
Yeah, I hope you're married. I don't think I want any children by then. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy because saving for a wedding is a nightmare, and before the saving for the wedding, there was only me working out of me and my fiance, so because she's been studying. So
Yeah.
basically, since we've been together, we've never had loads and loads of expendable income because it's either just been one of us earning, or now that she's earning as well, we're both just putting it away for a wedding. So the way I see myself in 5 years is being married, not having children, and being able to just do fun things with our combined income.
Oh,
Yay!
That's what I'll be doing.
I want to
sounds
have some
nice.
fun.
I'll be using contraception.
Yay.
That's what I'll be doing.
I hope you won't, because
Yeah.
that's a sin in the
It is
eyes
a
of
sin,
the
actually.
Jesus.
Married or not, you're a sinner.
You're a sinner.
Disgusting.
Don't go near that stuff. Michael,
I want my ferrets to reach triple digits in numbers.
you
triple
want
digits.
at least 100 ferrets
Well, I watched something on TV of a guy somewhere
who was
in England.
eaten by his ferrets.
They decided this kibble's not enough for us. We're going to eat you, John. He ran a ferret rescue, and he had about 120 ferrets. And it was just literally he lived in kind of a crap house. I'm not going to beat around the bush. He spent his life dedicated to ferrets, and so he had this land that was just all enclosures that he built for them, and it was insane.
Was he happy?
Yeah, he seemed to. I think, yeah, he liked his ferrets, so that's the path I want to go down. I want to become the weird ferret man that no one really
ferret
likes talking to.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can train them to do fun things.
Would you have
shops for me? Because then I won't need plastic bags. If I give one item to each ferret,
Yeah.
they can just all follow me behind and bring home my beans.
Do you think you could bring on my beacon? do you think you would have to live in the country to do that though, in order to have enough land? And also, most landlords wouldn't let you have
Yeah.
100 ferrets in your house.
Maybe I'd build my own tower block in a city
Yeah.
centre. I mean, that can't cost too much money,
No,
right?
No, it's
Why
all
don't you
right.
green screen the ferrets in?
Into the world.
Just into everywhere you go.
Whoa.
Wow, look, can you imagine?
Yeah, just
There's
take
loads of
the
ferrets
6
here.
that you've got and then just copy and paste.
I'd take them into Photoshop, duplicate, bam,
Yeah.
12.
What if you look at one and then you close your eyes, pick it up, move it to a different place, and open your eyes. There's another ferret.
There it
Whoa,
is.
it's
Wow.
magic.
That's another ferret right there.
Just have a little
Turn it around. Whoa.
Oh, it's a different ferret.
little paintbrush with some like black non-toxic paint on. Shut your eyes, put a dot on it, and open your eyes. That's the one that's got one dot there, and then and there's the 2-spot one.
I haven't
there
seen
it
the
is.
1-dot one in a while and just
Yeah.
wipe it off.
Brand
There you are.
new ferret. Immediately.
Every time.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
It's just a game changer.
Ben?
If we're talking professionally, I'd quite like triple jump to do well.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice. Not that it's not doing well. I mean, like, I want it to be a big success. I want it to be something. We're building something that was sadly cut short for us with Vidiots, but like, I really think that we can do it with triple jump. And I really want Podiots to go from strength to strength as well. I think we've got a good thing here, and I really enjoy it, and I know you guys do too, and everybody listening or watching enjoys it, and we want to make it as successful as possible. So that would be my aim, and then maybe owning a house would be nice.
Yeah.
Owning my property instead of renting it, because letting agents can fuck off.
Fuck off.
They're so bad.
I hate them. There's
Yeah.
nothing I hate more than letting agents. Scurvy, not as bad as letting agents. I'm just gonna put. If you're a letting agent, you best either stop listening or watching, or go leave your job.
Please.
They are useless. Like
They're
I've never
literally
had a
just
They
there.
decent
don't
letting.
do anything.
They've got
take
a
money.
job and they just don't do it. Like they're supposed to, look after your flat if there's a problem with
and they're
it.
usually paid by a landlord to do it, and
Yeah.
they do the bare minimum.
I don't know what they're being paid for, other than when you move in and they obviously have to do some paperwork and physically give you the keys and
Yeah,
stuff.
after that, it's nothing.
After that, you contact them, and this is all letting agents that I've ever experienced.
Yeah, me too.
And say, hey, there's a problem with the door or with the whatever, and they go, okay, yeah, we'll be right on that. Weeks
2
later,
months, yeah.
nothing.
I've had stuff that I moved in at the start of the year that I reported that's just never been
Yeah.
fixed, and so I've just documented all of it, and I know that they're going to try and find a way to charge me for it when I move out.
Good, yeah.
When I extended my lease, I had to pay a fee
Really?
because
you
I was
wanted
going to give
stay
them
longer.
more money,
Wow.
so they wouldn't have to find a tenant. Now, thankfully, I think those fees are now illegal.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
bet that by the time I extend it again, they will have found a way to
They just
charge me money.
rename the fee,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly,
It's
yeah.
such bullshit. They're crooks.
Yeah, they
I
are.
hate them.
They do. When you move out of a place, they just look for things that they can charge, like take from your deposit.
Yeah,
and
pretty
then
much.
the reason that money exists for them to take at the end of the year is so that they can then spend it on fixing the flat.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that they don't.
Yeah.
Because every time you go into a new flat, there's always something wrong
Yeah,
with
and
it.
they go, oh, do you mind if there's a mark on that wall? And you're like, well, no, not really. But then when you move out, they go,
There's a mark on that wall.
There's a mark on the wall. We're going to take money so we can paint that wall. And you know that when the next tenant moves in, they won't have painted the wall with the money that you've given them. And they'll go, do you mind if there's a mark on that wall? And the tenant will be like, no, I guess not. I suppose not.
Every flat I've moved into has had the previous tenants something or other just there.
Yeah.
And it's like, how? How has that not been thrown out by someone?
Ours
Because
was-
they charge you to remove stuff as well.
I don't get it. I don't understand. There was a chest of drawers of mine.
We had some chocolates left in the
God.
cupboard. That was quite nice. The oven was despicably filthy, just
Yeah.
covered in a layer of grime. I think to add value to our letting agents service, they don't let us directly contact the landlord, so they're a middleman. So if we need anything, we have to contact them, who then contact them. They're just a bullshit middleman. It's
Yeah.
like, if I want to get something fixed, I can arrange to get a plumber sorted, and I'll send you on the invoice.
Yeah.
And that'd be so much easier. Because now we've had a broken sink for 2 weeks.
Bullshit. If you're in Newcastle, Living Spaces is the worst letting agent I have ever experienced in my entire life, and I was forced to go back with them when I moved back here,
God.
and they're fucking awful. I thought maybe they'd improve, and they gave me the wrong fucking keys.
Wow.
They gave me the wrong parking
I like
space
how you've
number
literally
and
name-dropped the
door
company.
entry. I hate the fact that they have a monopoly on the area that I lived in previously and
Yeah.
wants to move back to. There's no one else there that's renting properties,
Wow.
and I had to go with them again, and I'm fucking furious.
I
about
can't
it.
remember the name of the one that I lived in last, because the one I'm with at the moment is the least bad that I've had. So I'm not gonna name and shame. But the one I lived in before they were just terrible.
Fuck
so
Living
bad.
Space.
So in 5 years we will
Want
not
to
be
abolish
be
landlords.
dead.
not be letting agents. And professionally my answer would be Podiots and triple jump. Hopefully we'll go from strength to strength.
Fingers crossed.
Mine's still ferrets.
Professionally, you'll be a professional ferret man.
Yeah.
I've got a thing.
Oh. Is it the thing? Oh my God.
Ben has brought a thing along.
I think a few of you might know what this is. It's been highly anticipated.
So this is the cursed one. that's slightly melted.
Can I see it in real life?
Of course, there you go.
Oh,
I did bring it last time. I showed it to you guys.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I can't remember if we'd had a photo of it or just.
I would like to thank Andrew Bone. Would you like to ride the Bone Train, Morty? At Link220 for coming to the rescue. So many tweets and messages since we talked about this initially of people saying, "Is this it? Is this it? Is this it?" And it's not, because it's called Rosie and Jim and the Tickle Monster, not Rosie and Jim, a collection of stories. So, no, it's not that.
Thank you.
Stop.
But Andrew Bone, would you like to ride the Bone Train, Morty? Has provided a ripped audio version of Part 2. Here's a synopsis. Released in 1993, Rosie and Jim and the Tickle Monster is an audio cassette tape that features an original story starring popular British children's characters Rosie and Jim, two haunted ragdolls who live aboard a narrowboat called the Ragdoll and who go on adventures.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, hello?
What did you just say?
I said two regular ragdolls who live
right,
aboard a narrowboat called the Ragdoll and go on adventures.
Rest in peace, Fizzgog.
Rest in peace, Rip Fizzgog. We covered the first side of the tape on episode 22 last year. If you want to bone up, would you like to ride the Bone Train, Morty? Wherein various nursery rhyme favourites had their iconic items mysteriously stolen by the eponymous Tickle Monster, accompanied by a spooky whistling noise. However, rather appropriately, after years of being stored in direct sunlight, the tape warped and had become misshapen, resulting in an unplayable B-side of this cursed tape. The rest of the story was lost. Until now.
And this is the B-side is the important side, because the whole reason we ever got talking about this in the first place is Ben mentioned it on either a previous podcast or a video that we did at Vidiots, and you said that there's a spooky...
It's just creepy.
There's
It's
some
just-
spooky goings on.
It's just a really
It's not
creepy
right.
story. I used to listen to it in the bath, which was like weirdly appropriate because I was splashing around in the bath and then they're going up and down on the ragdoll.
Just with the lights off, just a dark bath.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
to get in the atmosphere, be Rosie and Jim.
I used to be the ragdoll in the bath.
Oh.
You ever go in the water?
Yeah.
You can be a ragdoll. You should try it next time you can.
You can be a
You
ragdoll.
can be the ragdoll.
Oh, the ragdoll.
Yeah, Fizzgog comes in, he rides.
As in the boat. I thought you meant like the because they're ragdolls as well,
Yeah.
they
If you-
themselves.
If you jump downstairs, you can be a ragdoll.
Yeah.
It does the same thing. Okay, so this is kind of complicated because last time I was able to plug my phone directly into the recorder. This time I've got my laptop, I've got the clips, I'm going to play them loud, and hopefully they come through okay, but I'll listen in the edit, and if I need to put the clips in after the fact.
You
then
just paste them over the top.
But I'm reading and then playing the clips immediately afterwards. So hopefully I don't play the wrong clip. Hopefully it doesn't go wrong. But I'm going to do my best because we're doing a video version, so I can't cut out awkward silences. Are we ready?
Yes.
Here we go. We immediately hear from the Tickle Monster as Rosie spots a pervert in the bush.
There it is.
Look! What's wrong with that bush over there? It's all shaking and shivering and it's all just moving.
What?
It wants me to tie my arms
Could you
behind
zip
my
me
back.
up, mate?
You zip us up, son.
Oh.
Ignoring all child endangerment laws, the pair approach the bush and attempt to identify the pervert.
Hello? Who's in that bush? Nobody.
But we can see you, nobody.
You can't. I'm in the bush.
And we can see you're shivering.
Well, I'm cold.
We can see that. And we can see your nice hat.
It's nightcap, actually.
So he's cold, seemingly wearing only a nightcap.
Is it Wee Willie Winky?
Do you have any guesses who he is?
Small Dick Wilkins.
Well, I've actually got another one written here. It's Wee Wee Wilson Wilkinson, of course.
What the fuck?
Ah, it's him. Wee
Let's
Willie.
listen
We can
in.
see your hat.
Listen in as Rosie and Jim mock the freezing naked man with a song.
Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown.
That's about you, that rhyme, isn't
Yeah.
it, Wee Willie
Yeah.
Winky?
About
Was.
you, Wee
I
Willie
used
Winky.
to be Wee Willie Winky, but I'm not anymore.
Big Willy Winky.
That's why, whenever that tickly noise happens, something always seems to go wrong. And this time, something awful has gone wrong.
Hang on.
What?
Have they taken his nightgown?
It's my nightgown.
He is naked.
The tickle monster has stripped Wee Wee Wilson Wilkinson of his actual clothes.
Hang on. So these
not
two
right.
children have gone up to a bush and there is a naked man in there.
Yes. Yeah. Shivering. Oh, no. Rosie, the master of subtlety, presses for clarification.
You're what?
My, nightgown.
He's lost his nightgown, Jim.
Rosie!
Jesus.
Sorry.
Yes, I've lost my nightgown.
Oh, it's ominous.
There's that noise again. But just how cold is Wee Wee Wilson Wilkinson? Let's find out.
I'm wee willy winky with nothing to wear. I'm wee willy winky, but I'm completely bare.
Don't worry, Wee Willy Winky. We'll help you find your nightgown. You stay in this nice warm bush. And don't worry, because Rosie and Jim will find your nightgown for you.
Dear, I do hope so. I do miss my lovely old nightgown.
Oh, sure he does.
Wee Willie Winky, they only read the first two lines of the poem there. It gets creepier because the second two lines are rapping at the window, shouting through the lock, are the children all in bed? It's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
What is he do? Why does he want to know if the kids are in bed? Why is he looking through people's windows
Mr. Willie,
naked?
what are you doing?
He's got a lot to answer for
Yeah.
sure. But for now, the game is afoot. It's time to find that nightgown. But on their travels, Rosie and Jim encounter a strange snoring man. Oh, no. In the interest of time, I've edited this clip down so you can hear the sheer amount of times they reuse the same clip. See if you can tell which one it is.
Oh, me head.
Listen, Jim. What's that?
Oh, me head.
Oh, God.
He just bumped his head, Rosie. Oh, me head.
His head.
I know who it is. Let's sing his song.
Oh, yes.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He bumped his head against the bed and couldn't get
quite
up
right.
in
No,
the
he's not.
morning.
Hello?
Oh, me head.
There he goes
That voice actor, they got the money's worth there, didn't they?
It's just Rosie and Jim doing all the voices.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just those two, because sometimes
could
Jim
tell Wee
doesn't
Willie
speak
Winky.
for a while. I've cut out a lot of the pregnant pauses, but there are some very pregnant pauses in this where clearly Jim is going, and then just, yes, I'm a different character now. And sometimes Jim just won't speak for a while, and he'll just be talking to Rosie. So, Jim discovers that the Oomehead man is wearing the nightgown.
Oh.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the physics of what Jim suggests as a solution in this next clip. Let me know what you think.
Oh, me head.
Oh, no, he'll never get up if he keeps bumping his head like that.
I know, Rosie. Let's put this nice, comfy, bouncy pillow there, under his head, so he won't bump it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, me head.
So that's what I don't understand, because is he like perfectly straight and then when he wakes up, his head goes down and he bumps his head? Surely it's
Over his
Is he
head.
not already sleeping on a pillow? Therefore, there is one on the back of his head already.
Yeah.
Now, I realise the implications of putting a pillow over
Yeah,
his
it's
head
maybe a
would,
bit
would,
smothery.
would be smothering
Yeah.
him. But
You could put one on the bed.
what's he bumping his
The
head
wooden
on?
bit of the bed.
I assumed he was waking up and hitting his head on something above
Yeah.
him.
Me too.
So that's where you would put the pillow, but they put a pillow under his head.
So he's just sleeping on like the floor, I guess, and like so.
I don't know.
We're just sleeping under the bed.
We're just
Oh.
learning a lot about this man for some reason. But it does work.
Oh, good.
And the man wakes up, presumably for the first time in years, which is actually really scary to think about.
Yeah.
They then strip him of the nightgown somehow, return it to Wee Wee Wilson Wilkinson, and head on their merry way.
Does that mean the guy in the bed's now naked?
Sure.
Yeah.
So now they've
So
got
they
another
stripped
naked
a
man.
naked man.
They've made that we're still at a negative
Clothes.
loss.
Yeah,
of,
we-
of, of people being clothed. God, that was a hard sentence. I don't even know where my brain was going with that one. Okay, next clip.
Quick, Rosie, get that nightgown.
Yeah, I've got it. Come on, Jim. Wee Willie Winky.
Wee Willie Winky.
Cooey, look what we've got.
Yeah, look what we found.
Found.
Just stripped it from a man.
Jim, what's that baby doing up in that tree?
I don't know, Rosie. That baby is asleep in a cradle, Rosie.
And now they're going to steal the baby's clothes and give it to the man who keeps bumping his head.
Where it's possible. But there's a baby in a tree in a crib.
Yeah.
Can you see where this is going?
Rockabye baby.
In the treetop.
Okay, here we go.
Wait.
Oh no, Rosie, it's that noise again. That's the baby, Rosie.
Hang on. Oh, there. I caught the baby, Jim.
I'm glad they
Rosie,
came
and
along.
I caught the cradle.
Yes.
He didn't even wake
Yeah.
up that baby.
That's right, the tickle monster attempted infanticide, and the stakes have never been higher.
Hang on.
Wow.
Jim caught the cradle, so it made the tree disappear.
I mean,
Yeah,
there were
yeah, that's
branch noises, is what I don't understand. So I'm
'Cause
very
other-
confused.
I assumed that the cradle had vanished.
But then, yeah, she caught the cradle, so...
But there were still noises of tree branches, so I don't understand.
Well, maybe that... No, the tree disappeared. That's the only logical way to look at that.
Well, the tickle monster tried to kill a baby, but thankfully the baby's fine and still asleep. So, after singing a nursery rhyme, the pair reflect on their busy and successful day.
We did it, Jim.
Yes, we did it, Rosie. Miss Muffet's got her spider back.
And Tuckers and Way, don't forget.
Don't forget that one.
Humpty's got his wool back.
Wee Willie Winky got his nightgown so he can run through the town.
What a sex
Baby's
pest.
fast asleep.
Oh, Jim, we've worked very hard.
Yes. Everything's all right, Rosie.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Is it fuck?
Oh, no.
Aw.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't think everything's all right, Jim.
I hope nothing else has gone wrong. Maybe Duck knows what that noise is.
Yes, let's ask Duck.
That's Duck.
Duck?
Duck?
Duck.
Duck?
Hey,
Duck?
Duck,
Duck.
where are
Duck?
you?
Duck?
Duck? Jimmy must be hiding.
Oh, he's not.
What,
Oh,
the
no.
inanimate
He's
duck
not.
that's constantly nailed to the rag doll?
Oh, I don't think everything's all right, Jim.
I hope nothing else has gone wrong. Maybe Duck knows what that noise is.
Yes, let's ask Duck.
Yeah. Duck?
Duck?
Duck, where are you?
Duck? Jimmy must
Have I
be
played the same clip again?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I did. Let's try that again.
Duck, where are you?
There it is, yeah.
Duck?
Rosie, you don't think...
Yes, Jim, I do. I think
I think something's happened
to our duck. Oh, we can't be Rosie and Jim without our duck.
Can they not?
I don't know that they can.
Oh, no.
They then sing a song about how sad they are that they've lost Duck. I'm not going to play it because it's really sad.
Oh, no.
But then...
Rosie, listen.
Yeah, listen, Jim.
You see that dark, dark tunnel there?
Yes, Jim.
Well, I think Duck is down that dark, dark tunnel, Rosie.
What choice do they have?
You've got to go.
You can't not have duck.
They've got to go and rescue Duck. They simply must. Into the dark tunnel they go.
No.
Rosie, it's very dark in this dark, dark tunnel.
I know. Well, it's so dark I can't even see you, Jim.
Fortunately, we can just follow that noise.
Duck! They're on the right track then, even if it is scary and dark. Rosie and Jim attempt to hype themselves up with a song, but all the excitement proves a bit too much for poor Jim.
Y'all ready for this?
That's the wrong one. That's
Sorry.
the wrong.
Oh,
sorry, that's the
Jesus.
wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I'm really sorry.
Jim.
I'm really
God.
sorry. That's the wrong. No, that's the wrong one. It's the wrong one.
They should scream and shout. We'll get
Sorry.
Duck out. But right, Jim?
Bit scared, Rosie.
It's okay. Come on.
It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Come on, dear.
It's going to be her all along. She's the tickle
God.
monster.
Well,
no.
I mean,
It's all right, come on.
One of them's voicing the tickle monster. So. But they also appear to be getting closer to the source of the whistling sound. So naturally, Rosie just insults it.
It makes lots and lots of things go wrong.
I wish it would go wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, got him.
What's that thing over there?
Don't worry, Jim. It's just a monster.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a monster.
Oh, just a
It's
monster.
just it's
Super
just a
casual then.
monster.
Super cash. After demanding safe passage to Duck, the tickle monster has other ideas. Are you ready to hear it speak?
Oh my god.
No.
Are you ready to hear the tickle monster speak? Here we go.
I think it's going to.
Oh, it's Rosie. I think it's going to
Tickle you.
get off.
Jim, I can't stop tickling. Jim, get off. Oh no, we'll never find out.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
she
actually
just
a
cut
big-
off.
And then they both die.
We'll never find out.
The end.
That's it.
That's it. That's my thing. Just joking.
Oh,
No.
They actually become like the baby Jesus and appear to run on water because it sounds like they're in a tunnel with water in it.
Yeah.
And then
Drippy tunnel.
there's some sound effects that don't really back that up in this clip here.
Quick, Rosie, run away.
I don't really understand.
I
how
think they
that's
were in like a cobbly like canal tunnel. Like there's tunnels
You
under
think?
canals and stuff. Yeah, where I
See,
grew
I
up.
thought
there
they
was
were
some-
on the rag doll. I thought they were on the rag doll going through the
I'm
tunnel.
picturing-
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh, that makes sense.
None of this is really made clear if they're
No.
on the boat or not. But if Duck's there, Duck doesn't have legs, does it? It's affixed to the boat. So I don't really know.
That's a
There's
bit
just
weird.
all sorts of holes in this story, guys.
I mean, Fizgog drove the boat though. I don't think they're able to drive the ragdoll. I think they might be on foot personally. Yeah.
I picture it was like a big like cement tunnel that they're just kind of going deeper and deeper
Okay.
into, like it.
I
yeah.
prefer to subscribe to the theory that they're Jesus children.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So they're
Well,
running on water.
yeah, we can go for
so
that.
I'd ask that you respect that in this difficult time. But the tickle monster isn't too far behind. And while I am not one to kink shame, none of us are.
I am.
I did think it a little odd that Rosie had 2 so-called ticklers in her bag all ready to go.
I'm coming.
Hey, monster. You know what these ticklers are for?
No.
You really don't know what these ticklers are for?
No, you can't tickle me. That's not fair. No.
The tickler becomes the
They
tickle.
tickled the tickle monster
Fight fire with fire.
with Rosie's ticklers. Got him! And I'd now like to submit evidence to the trial of Rosie and Jim that supports my client's accusations regarding cruel and unusual punishment. They are violating the 8th Amendment to the United States Constitution and should be thrown in jail forever.
When something keeps tickling, but you don't know what. When you keep on giggling, then you've probably been got by the Rosie tickler.
And the
Oh, stop! Oh, please.
It's a bit of a cacophony, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
really horrible. After enduring hours of torture, the tickle monster eventually breaks. So they literally tortured the tickle monster until they got what they wanted.
Tell us where
We
Duck
won't
is.
stop tickling you until you tell us where our duck is.
Right, please stop. Oh, I'll tell you. He's in a dark, dark box.
What's in the box?
Rosie, I can hear duck.
In the dark, dark tunnel.
Was a dark, dark box.
And in the dark, dark box was a... Duck!
It's Duck. It's Duck.
Ah.
Having rescued Duck, the music plays on, and our heroes live to fight another day. The actual end.
Oh my god! It took how many months?
Well, episode 20. Oh God, it was like maybe September last year,
Holy.
October last year.
So it's nearly a year.
Been nearly a year.
Well, that was very disturbing. I'm just glad that the one thing that didn't happen was that, I mean, you had a false memory, right? That Jim disappeared at one point.
I thought one of the ragdolls was abducted in the tunnel.
And Rosie just walked along by herself.
Yeah, that was for some reason in my brain. Thankfully, it was just the stupid duck.
Just by herself singing, Rosie and rolling along
on the floor because I'm not in a boat. There we are.
Wow.
That's the conclusion. I hope it was worth the wait.
Absolutely.
It was.
I know it's been a long old time. We've got one last question before we wrap up here. This comes to us from Rui the Red Panda at Rui Red Panda. What would your personas be, Uwu?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh no.
I'd be a crow.
Oh, a crow. Okay,
a
fair
crow.
enough. I don't. I like the obvious answer for me is ferret, but I feel like that would just be. I couldn't look at my ferrets the same again. After
Exactly.
dressing
They
up
could
as
look
one.
at you the
Like
same.
I don't want to pick
Yeah.
my fate. Like I like me foxes, but I definitely don't
love me
want.
foxes.
We all love our foxes.
All of our foxes,
but I
don't we?
would not want to dress in a big furry fox suit. It would just ruin foxes for me forever.
Has anyone ever had a pug persona? I might just do that just so that I can be. I want to have the first persona of an animal.
Yeah.
No, I got to be.
How about? I was going to say worm's almost certainly been a worm one, isn't it?
Ant. That's not really furry, is it? That's kind of the point.
Bees,
of the first one.
bumblebees are
Yeah,
furry.
Bees are furry.
Yeah, that's my first one is a bee, and I will pollinate everyone.
I think I'd just go all in. Like if I was gonna have to be a persona, I'd want to be a really sexy one. So I could,
Really
like,
sexy one. Have
get-
you seen the clip of the one in the bath that's been going around?
No.
Just wearing the full fursuit and it's filmed first person. It's just their legs going out and extending into the bath and then sort of wobbling their feet back and forth and all the furs. It's
Like
just
waving
in the
around in the
water.
Oh,
water.
it takes so long to dry.
Oh, it's pretty gross.
Oh,
but
God.
yeah.
I'd be something really sexy, like a peacock.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Peacock.
A peacock.
Pete's cock.
Pete's cock. If you want a bit of Pete's cock, yes.
Come to
Yeah,
FurCon
always.
2020.
Sure. An offshoot of YogCon. We'll be doing that. Mikey, if you dress as a bee,
Yeah.
if you accidentally bump into someone who's behind you, will you die?
Yeah, I have the stinger, and it'll like as the stinger gets pushed in, it injects serotonin.
Serotonin.
Oh, not serotonin. No.
I'm having a great time.
It'll inject something into me, and I will eventually die. I just think that's my authentic.
You're
Pete
flying
cosplay.
outside the hive. You're talking to humans. It's stealing.
Oh, well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening and watching this episode of Podiots. We're just about to record another one immediately afterwards, which will be out in a couple of weeks. Speaking of Pod Squad, as we did at the start of the show, the people who submitted the money before the donations before this episode, half of it's going to be in the next episode, and then anyone who does it between this episode and the next episode, it'll be in the episode after that, and then it'll be regular. I hope that makes sense. So thank you very much to our Pod Squad for this week, including the real Michael B, the Farwell, Shagger Returns, David Lever, Luke, Princess Carla Love, Emily Lemons, Mr. and Mrs. McConey, and Top Shagger Bum Piss for your very kind donation.
Emily
Much
Lemons is a
appreciated.
good name.
Yeah, Emmons.
Also, the real Michael B. That's him.
real-
Oh, there we go. That's my
Michael-
phone name.
Michael Bonson. If you would like to be in the Pod Squad, you can do so. Streamlabs.com/Vidiots official. Will you get a shout out? And we'll really appreciate it. We'll love you long time very much. Thank you very much. Store.yogscast.com is another place you can support us if you'd like to buy some merchandise. I'm the only person wearing some.
Yeah, we're all fakers.
I've got my hoodie out there, but I'm not wearing it.
Don't believe him. It's not true. If it's not here, it doesn't exist. As we all know from the ferrets. I think there's a discount code, Michael.
Damn right. Use code VIDIOTS at checkout for 10% off everything on the Yogscast store. Anything. That could be the Nutra Illuminati shirt. But me really just use it to buy
Vidiots.
everything on our store.
We need a new shirt. We keep talking about new shirts.
Yeah,
We need to just do a new
I'm
shirt.
playing about with a design idea at the minute. And when that comes out, you can use code VIDIOTS for
Vidiots.
10% off.
Vidiots.
Wowee.
Or just do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all.com/Vidiots
Official.
Twitch.tv/Vidiots
Official.
Official. In literally an hour and 45 minutes, we've got to get another podcast done. We're going to be going live on Twitch, so it will be in the future when this episode comes out. But if you'd like to watch our VOD back, we're all three of us together, and I bet we had a great time.
Oh, what a time was had.
Thank you for coming and watching, as we all did together as a group. YouTube.com/Team Triple Jump. These very offices is where Peter and I are based on a weekly basis. We do all sorts of stuff, don't we, Peter?
We do. We do some old familiar Vidiots shows. Like, we basically do Piece of Cake, but it's now just called Rules Boss. We do Worst Games Ever, of course. We now do Prove It as well. It's all kinds of fun things. And we do a video game podcast there, which is...
Oh, that's a point. I asked for questions for this show. Stop asking video game questions. If you would like the next best thing, I realize it's not got all three of us in, but it is actually a video game podcast. The Triple Jump podcast is a video game podcast. Please go and support that.
This one isn't.
It was just talking nonsense for an hour.
It was just absolutely.
It's a Rosie and Jim kind of podcast.
It's a Rosie and Jim.
Yeah, send Rosie and Jim questions.
Yeah.
Mikey,
Aye.
what are you working on, mate?
I think, well, as of right now, I'm going to TwitchCon next week, but that will have passed by the time this podcast goes out, I believe. So if anyone happens to see me out in San Diego, say hi, but I doubt it. I'm there for work. And that's what I'm doing right now. And you can follow me on Twitter at Paraboy for the usual stream of shit posts.
Wonderful. Finally, please leave us an iTunes review or a review/rating on your platform of choice. It helps something to do with algorithms.
Alan Gore's Rhythms.
Also, if you happen to see that there are any podcast award nominations open, just nominate us. Why not? Huh? We deserve some more trophies.
Yeah, let us know if you've nominated us for something, because then we can tell everyone else
Signal
to
boost.
Yeah, we'll do some signal boosting. Guys, what's a secret question for the audience at home?
What's the scariest nursery rhyme? Because that sounded like such a horrible dystopian world. They're walking along and then there's just a baby in a tree. I never really thought about Rockabye Baby.
What is that? Do we have an origins of that?
I think what you should do, homework for everyone at home, go read some nursery rhymes and put like spooky music on in the background and do it in like a really haunting voice.
Yeah.
I think that'll change how it feels.
Yeah, even some of the happy ones, you know?
Let's see what Rockabye. Oh, that's a nice illustration. Wow, originated in 1765.
Wow.
That one.
Okay.
One theory suggests the rhyme narrates a mother gently rocking her baby to sleep as if the baby were riding the treetops during a breeze. Then when the mother lowers the baby to her crib, the song says, "Down will come baby." Another identifies the rhyme as the first English poem written on American soil, suggesting it dates from the... Boring.
Boo.
But why would you say when the bough breaks? Surely you would just say like, when the baby is asleep, it will slowly
Yes, another theory is that the
climb
song
down.
is based around a 17th century ritual that took place after a newborn baby had died. That's what you were after, Peter.
Right.
Oh,
There we
no.
go.
That's the answer we wanted.
Yeah, it goes into more detail, but it is upsetting. So we won't talk about that anymore.
Something about scary nursery rhymes. Go, just something about it.
Go on.
Which one scared you?
Do it.
Information.
Thank you so much for watching and listening, everybody. Kevin's in his box, but fortunately, I can hear the music. He just knows it's time.
I can just open it from...
Yeah, go fetch Kevin.
It's very muted at the moment.
Pick him up.
Oh,
there
there's
we go.
the sound. There's the sound. Thank you
God.
so much, everybody. We will be back in a couple of weeks' time, and take care until then. Bye.
Bye.